Hey guys, my name is Seth Hellinga, and I decided to start a YouTube series on the real life experiences of being in the real estate industry. This is going to include buying and selling, investing, building, and being a real estate agent. So I figured what better way to kick this off than a project that we're going to be starting this week. This is a new construction single family home, and I'm just going to kind of go through and film this throughout the build process. Give you an idea of what just goes into building a home. We've already kind of started the work, although as I kind of switch this around here, you might not be able to tell a lot has happened. We have been busy, so I'm just going to kind of go over the process of what we've already done before you might see dirt moved and construction taking place. So the first thing that we'll do is get a survey. Here you can look. That little yellow pin marks the property line, and we like to hire a surveyor to come in just in case those pins have ever been damaged or moved or anything like that, so you know you're right on your property line. This is important because if you see these string lines, those might mark the property line, and by city code you're required to be a certain distance off of those lines. So the posts that you see, those are marking the actual structure. So the next thing that we'll do is develop our site plan, see if any trees or anything need to be removed, where the house is going to sit, and get it all staked out. Then we're going to fill out our build permit. This is done through the city, and this just says what those setbacks are going to be, what the house is going to look like, make sure it meets all of the city requirements. And we also submit this to the developer, so the developer can take a look and make sure that we're going to meet the requirements that they require. So that's all been done. Next thing that we'll do, see all of these flags here. We're going to do our Iowa 1 call. So they come out, mark all of the utilities in the ground, so when we do start construction and start digging in our water and sewer connection, we don't hit any of these power lines or gas lines, anything in the ground. So this here is marking our water shut off. In newer infrastructure, there's usually a curb stop there that it's really easy to connect to. The sewer, of course, is buried. That's about, it varies, but usually about 6 to 10 feet deep, depending on the lot. And that's where we're going to dig and make the connection. Kind of bring you around here. So these stakes are going to mark the corners of the actual structure, and you can see these lines that are painted on the ground. That's going to be our overdig lines. So the reason that we spray paint those on the ground, the excavator, when he starts digging this foundation, is going to line the side of his bucket up with that, and it's going to allow enough space for the construction crew to get between the wall and the edge of the dirt and set their forms. Another thing that we're doing when we are kind of in the site development phase is figuring out our elevations and how it's all going to look from the outside. For example, these clients wanted to have a walkout basement, so when we shot those elevations, we determined, you know, where we could drop to a wood foundation or a wood wall exposed as a walkout versus having the concrete walls. So this gives you a little idea of the site plan. In addition to some of the preparation, this is a lakeshore lot, so you can see here we've got our silt fence up, and this is just going to stop any sediments from rolling down the shoreline here and into the lake. We've also done some rock retaining along the shoreline just to stop any erosion. You can see the green pipe down there that comes up right to here, and we've got an intake. So this again just helps get the water down to the lake instead of running down the shoreline and creating any future erosion problems. So again, guys, this is Seth Hellinga. I hope that you will subscribe to this channel, kind of go through this process with me on this build, but then stay tuned for additional videos. Like I said, we're going to be focusing on everything in the real estate. I'm back. I will hopefully get this YouTube thing figured out sooner than later. Apparently you can't record video while you are receiving a phone call. So got a phone call while we were wrapping up at the site there, and thought it recorded but didn't. So really just hoping you guys will follow me through this process and the real life experiences in the real estate industry involving new construction, buying, selling, investing, rental property, and being a real estate agent. You all have a good day.